Welcome to my YouTube channel, Pharma Chem Hub. We have started a very important quiz of human anatomy and physiology. And the last three questions are very important for B Pharm, D Pharm, GNM nursing, and all types of entrance exams. Which of the following structures holds the cell's genetic material, which is the DNA, and acts as a local boss of the cell? Is it rough endoplasmic reticulum, lysosome, nucleus, or peroxisome? In the picture, it's the central circular structure. Nucleus. Rough ER makes substances for excretion from the cell, lysosome destroys substances, and peroxisome helps you to detoxify. Which of the following are site of protein synthesis for proteins to be used inside the cell? Is it free ribosomes, microvilli, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, or flagella? Free ribosomes. Microvilli, they increase the surface area for absorption secretion. Smooth ER helps you detoxify. Flagella is for sperm motility. Which of the following is an extension off of the surface of the cell membrane that can be used to move mucus across its surface? The picture is designed to help you. Centrioles, cilia, mitochondria, or peroxisomes? The answer is cilia. The centrioles, they help out with spindle fibers. That's when cells replicate. Mitochondria, they help out with making ATP, and peroxisomes help detoxify. Which of the following organelles is nicknamed the powerhouse of the cell? It makes a lot of ATP, which is considered to be fuel for a cell to help drive its actions. Is it mitochondria, rough endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, or lysosome? It's mitochondria. Rough ER mainly makes proteins for excretion, Golgi packages substances, and lysosomes destroy things that you have inside the cell that you want to. Which of the following terms refers to cell drinking? In this process, the cell pulls in extracellular fluid by forming small liquid-filled vesicles. The picture on the right is designed to show you the basic idea. Is it phagocytosis, receptor-mediated endocytosis, transcytosis, or pinocytosis? It's pinocytosis. Phagocytosis means to eat something, like typically bacteria will get eaten by white blood cells, and receptor-mediated is like a small bite. With which of the following solutions would you have an equal number of solute particles inside and outside of a cell? Thus, you get no net movement of water across its cell membrane. Is it isotonic, hypertonic, hypotonic, or two of the above? It's isotonic. Hypertonic is when you have more solute particles outside the cell and water gets pulled out of it, and hypo is the opposite of that. During which phase of mitosis will the chromosomes split apart, forming a V shape as they're pulled apart? Is it anaphase, metaphase, telophase, or interphase? It's anaphase. Metaphase, it lines up the chromosomes at the midline of the cell. Telophase, they start to kind of pinch off and get ready to divide and separate. The fluid inside of the nucleus is called, is it interstitial fluid, plasma, nucleoplasm, or cytoplasm? It's called nucleoplasm. Interstitial fluid is the fluid between cells of the body. Plasma is mainly the water, the fluid part of the blood, and cytoplasm is inside of cells, the fluid between cell membrane and nucleus. During which phase of mitosis will the chromosomes line up at the cell equator? Is it metaphase, prophase, telophase, or anaphase? It's metaphase. Prophase, the nucleus ruptures and genetic material spills out. Telophase, the cell starts to kind of pinch off and get ready to divide. In anaphase, the chromosomes separate from the midline of the cell. Which term below means cell suicide? Is it atrophy, apoptosis, hyperplasia, or hypertrophy? In the picture on the right, the cell's starting to do it. It's starting to break apart. It's apoptosis, where cells commit suicide. Atrophy, they just shrink up. Hyperplasia, they start to replicate and make lots of copies in a small given space. Which organelle is composed of membranous tubes without ribosomes attached? It helps to make lipids as well as detoxify cells. Is it lysosomes, centrioles, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, or Golgi apparatus? It's smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Lysosomes, they're little spheres with destructive chemicals in it. The centrioles, they help out with cell division, and Golgi apparatus mainly packages substance for excretion. Which of the below represent an open connection between cells? They're commonly found between cardiac muscle cells, and they're also found between some smooth muscle cells. Is it gap junction, tight junction, desmosome, or all of the above? It's gap junction. There's small little connections between the cells. With tight junctions, they're typically found where you hold cells together very strongly, typically like in epithelia, as an example. Which of the following organelles makes proteins that are normally sent to the Golgi apparatus next? Is it the peroxisome, lysosome, rough endoplasmic reticulum, or the proteasome? It's the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The peroxisome helps to detoxify you, lysosomes are used to destroy things inside cells, and proteasomes break down small, kind of medium-sized proteins. Which method of transport involves a substrate binding to a receptor and then transport proteins change shape to send it across the cell membrane? Is it channel-mediated, osmosis, carrier-mediated, or simple diffusion? It's carrier-mediated. Channel-mediated is like a little open kind of passageway. Typically ions use that. Osmosis is used for water to cross semi-permeable membranes. What is the process of a cell dividing into two cells called? Interphase, cytokinesis, metaphase, or prophase? Cytokinesis. Interphase could be a rest phase or a cell getting larger because it's going to start mitosis. Metaphase is part of mitosis where the chromosomes are at the midline of the cell. Which of the following organelles breaks down hydrogen peroxide? Is it mitochondria, rough endoplasmic reticulum, centrioles, or peroxisomes? It's peroxisomes. Mitochondria are famous for being the powerhouse of the cell. They make ATP. Rough ER mainly makes proteins for excretion, and centrioles helps out in the process of mitosis. Which of the following is the fluid inside of a cell between the cell membrane and the nucleus? Is it serous fluid, nucleoplasm, interstitial fluid, or cytoplasm? It's cytoplasm. Serous fluid, that's between compartments like the outer surface of the heart, the outer surface of the lungs. Nucleoplasm is fluid in the nucleus. Which of the following best represent water passing through a semi-permeable membrane? Osmosis, simple diffusion, channel-mediated diffusion, or carrier-mediated diffusion? It's osmosis. Simple diffusion, that's when you have substances that are lipid-soluble. Typically, they can cross through some membranes like your fat-soluble vitamins, as an example. Which of the following is considered to be a growth phase for a cell that also involves DNA synthesis? It is not part of mitosis. Is it telophase, anaphase, metaphase, or interphase? Interphase. Telophase is when two cells are starting to separate, they're getting ready to fully divide. Anaphase is when chromosomes have been pulled apart from the midline of the cell. Which of the following is most involved in making microtubules within the cell? This helps with mitosis and components in cilia and flagella. Is it lysosomes, mitochondria, centrioles, or proteasomes? Centrioles. Like I said before, lysosomes, they help to destroy things. They're really common in white blood cells. Mitochondria's major thing is that they make ATP for the cell, which is like gasoline. Which of the following organelles helps to detoxify your body, forms lipids, and can store calcium ions for muscle contraction? Is it flagella, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, cilia, or rough endoplasmic reticulum? Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Flagella is used for motility for sperm. Cilia is found in the respiratory passageways and the female oviducts. During which phase of mitosis will the centrioles move to each pole of the cell and the chromosomes will become visible? Anaphase, telophase, prophase, or metaphase? Prophase. Anaphase, the chromosomes are splitting apart from the midline of the cell. Telophase, the cells are getting ready to divide fully and form two separate cells. Which of the below are water-filled channels in the cell membrane? Is it the glycocalyx, peripheral proteins, cholesterol, or aquaporins? It's aquaporins. Glycocalyx is like a sugar, protein, slash lipid covering outside of cells that helps to identify cells as they belong in your body. Which term below means water-loving? Is it hydrophilic, hydrophobic, hydrolysis, or dehydration reaction? This would apply to the outer aspect of the cell membrane and the inner aspect of the cell membrane. It's hydrophilic. Hydrophobic, however, that means that you're afraid of water. You repel and oppose water. Which of the following carry amino acids on top of them and are used in helping to form proteins at the ribosomes? Messenger RNA, DNA, ATP, or transfer RNA? The answer is transfer RNA. mRNA is kind of like a copy of instructions from the nucleus. That's the big thing for it. And again, DNA has the material to make lots of cells of your body. If you get a chance, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Thank you so much. All right, the sequence of nitrogenous bases found in RNA that would align with CGA, TGA in DNA is which of the following? Is it GAT, CGA, TCA, TTC, GCU, ACU, or GCT, ACT? The answer is GCU, ACU. The C stands for cytosine, the G for guanine, A is for adenine, T is for thymine, U is for uracil. Which of the below are the strongest type of cell junction? They are commonly found between cells of the skin and heart. Is it desmosome, tight junction, gap junction, or microvilli? The answer is desmosome. It's a really strong, tough junction, commonly found between cells of the heart. Tight junction, they're found in a lot of epithelium in the body as a place for them. Which of the following organelles packages substances for excretion from the cell? It is nicknamed the cell post office due to this function. Is it lysosomes, mitochondria, proteasomes, or Golgi apparatus? The answer is Golgi apparatus. Again, lysosomes, they're like little spheres with destructive chemicals inside, common in white blood cells. Mitochondria make ATP for the cell. The transport of glucose and sodium together across and into the cells of the inner lining of the small intestine is best an example of which of the following? Simple diffusion, secondary active transport, primary active transport, or exocytosis?
It's secondary active transport. Simple diffusion, that's typically like with, again, fat-soluble vitamins like vitamins A, D, E, and K, crossing cell membranes at will. During which phase of mitosis will two nuclear envelopes form as the cleavage furrow becomes larger? Metaphase, anaphase, telophase, or interphase? Telophase. Metaphase is marked by the chromosomes being lined up at the midline of the cell. Anaphase is when they split apart and go to each different pole of the cell. The concentration of solute particles in a solution is called temperature, osmolarity, mass, or millimeters of mercury. Osmolarity. Temperature is a unit of heat in a given structure. Mass is typically the unit for that is kilograms for it. The process of a cell excreting material from a vesicle is termed pinocytosis, phagocytosis, exocytosis, or receptor-mediated endocytosis. It's exocytosis. Pinocytosis means cell drinking, phagocytosis means cell eating, and receptor-mediated is like a medium kind of bite. Proteins that are physically embedded in the phospholipid bilayer of the cell membrane are called integral proteins, fibrous proteins, peripheral proteins, or globular proteins. Integral proteins. The fibrous category of proteins, they have elongated sheets as far as their shape, and the peripheral just on the outside of the cell. Which of the following is the largest category of cytoskeletal structures in a cell? It has a diameter of 25 nanometers. Is it intermediate filament, microtubule, microfilament, or D, they are all the same size? The answer is microtubule. Intermediate filaments, those who fall into the category of like keratin, and microfilaments is really, really tiny, like actin for them. Copying of a single strand of DNA to ultimately make messenger RNA in the nucleus is called what? Transcription, replication, translation, or transference? It's called transcription. B is just a distractor answer. It doesn't exist. And C is translation. That's when you read the mRNA and you try to make something from it. Which of the following is most involved in the breakdown of unneeded or damaged proteins in a cell? Is it a free ribosome, Golgi apparatus, proteasome, or smooth endoplasmic reticulum? It's a proteasome. Free ribosomes make proteins that are destined to stay in the cell. Golgi apparatus is special in that it packages things mainly for excretion from the cell. Which of the following is a solution where there are many solute particles outside of the cell? As a result, fluid will leave the cell, making it become star-shaped, which is called crenated. Is it hypertonic, isotonic, hypotonic, or isometric? The answer is hypertonic. Isotonic would be an equal number of particles inside and outside the cell, so there'd be no motion of the fluid. Hypotonic would be fluid going into the cell because it has more particles inside. Which of the following refer to cell eating? Some white blood cells perform this action as they eat bacteria. Is it regulated exocytosis, pinocytosis, phagocytosis, or receptor-mediated endocytosis? The answer is phagocytosis. Regulated exocytosis is when a cell throws something out of itself. Typically, this involves an influx of calcium at the same time. What type of fuel is used to make primary active transport pumps work? Is it amino acids, nucleic acids, lipids, or ATP? It's ATP. Amino acids are building blocks of proteins. Nucleic acids, typically these are found in the nucleus, but they can be as mRNA outside of the nucleus. Functional units within cells are called organ system, organ, organelles, or tissue. The answer is organelles, or small little functions in a cell. Organ system is like your cardiovascular system, something big, and organs are like heart, stomach, etc. The sodium-potassium ATPase pump at the cell membrane will push sodium where and potassium where against their concentration gradients. Is it in, out, 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 in, or in, out? The answer is sodium gets pushed out and potassium gets pushed in. So they're going in directions that they don't want to go. During which process will extracellular substances dock to receptor and then the cell will bring them in? Is it receptor-mediated endocytosis, pinocytosis, regulated exocytosis, or constitutive exocytosis? It's receptor-mediated endocytosis. Pinocytosis refers to cell drinking, and then regulated exocytosis is throwing something out of a cell, typically with calcium coming in. The energy source to fuel phagocytosis is oxygen, ATP, nucleic acids, or amino acids. ATP. Oxygen is a gas you do need to help you make ATP, but ATP is the fuel itself for a cell to perform its actions. Which of the following is a membrane-bound organelle storage sac inside a cell for water, waste products, and nutrients? Is it mitochondria, lysosomes, proteasomes, or vacuoles? Vacuoles. Again, mitochondria, these are like the powerhouse of the cell. They make ATP. Lysosomes are spheres with destructive enzymes inside them, which commonly found in white blood cells, and other cells have it too. Which of the following propels sperm as the tail of spermatozoa? Is it flagella, microvilli, cilia, or smooth endoplasmic reticulum? It's flagella for the motility. Microvilli, they're on the surface cell membrane. They increase the area for absorption or secretion, and cilia help to move mucus on the cell membrane. Which of the following refer to a cell with lots of water outside of it and few solute particles? As a result, water will flow into the cell, making it swell and possibly burst. Is it hypertonic, isometric, isotonic, or hypotonic? Hypotonic. A hypertonic would be a situation where there's more solute particles outside the cell than inside. As a result, water leaves. After the Golgi apparatus packages a substance for excretion, it often will place it within which of the following? Nucleus, proteasome, peroxisome, or vesicle? A vesicle. The nucleus is a membrane-bound structure inside the cell that holds the DNA. That's the big structure with it. A proteasome helps to break down proteins. A cell without a nucleus is called binucleate, multinucleate, anucleate, or none of the above. Anucleate. A before something means you do not have it. So it's like a prefix, the word, like the letter A, means you don't have that. Which of the following increase the surface area of the cell membrane for absorption or secretion? Microvilli, flagella, rough endoplasmic reticulum, or cilia? Microvilli. Flagella are used for motility for sperm. Rough ER is used to make proteins, mostly for excretion from the cell as their function. What is the fuel source for exocytosis? Calcium, ATP, iron or nucleic acids? ATP is the fuel source. Again, thank you all so much. Please like and subscribe if you can to help the channel grow. I'd appreciate it a lot if I can keep making more of these. Thank you so much.
Question. Like, share, subscribe our channel, Pharma Chem Hub.